about intentionality, I will start with this. Every profession has their own process of becoming. So, in order to become a professional in any profession, you must submit yourself to the processes that are involved in that profession. Now, that being stated, it is very, very important that we understand that to be able to become a professional in any given profession, it must not just be football. You have to be intentional about it. There must be a level of intentionality about this. There is this particular statistics that really shocked me a few years ago. When I was coming into the industry uh, as as a teacher. There's something that really baffled me, that really changed my mindset about the whole thing. Now, back in 2021, I think the people that got admission into the university was over 500,000 people. I want you to take note of the numbers and the available scholarship opportunities that was available then was between 50,000. Now, if you think about it, 50,000 scholarship opportunities for people to study in the university, and these scholarship opportunities covers both the undergraduates, the new freshers, those PhD, masters. It's a whole, it covers all. Now, when you think about 50,000 scholarship opportunity, it sounds huge. Now, compare 50,000 scholarship opportunity to the fact that over 500,000 people was admitted in the same year. Now, when you try to put those two details together, you see where intentionality comes in. Why do I say that? Now, do you know that 50,000, if we are to say, okay, let's 25,000 scholarship go just to freshers and 25,000 go for both undergraduates, PhD, masters, and all the rest, you'll discover that 25,000 is more like 5% of the 500,000 people that got admitted. So the question is, what happens to the 95%? That is over 400,000 people that didn't get a scholarship opportunity. Did they go back to their house waiting for the next year to reapply again for scholarship before they got enter the school to study, or did they still go ahead to proceed with their choices, their courses that they want to study? I believe we all know the answer. In fact, 80% of people I know back in I know right now, and I knew back then, finish school without scholarship opportunity. Even I also didn't even get any scholarship opportunity. I didn't even apply for any scholarship opportunity. So why did we go through that process despite not gaining that scholarship opportunity? We still went ahead to pursue our career choice. That is intentionality. That is intentionality. That I am intentional about becoming the professional I want to become, irrespective of the opportunities that comes my way. If I'm opportune to gain scholarship opportunity, it's awesome and good, it's fine. But if it doesn't come, I am still going ahead. So intentionality comes in when you are forging without reliance on people's, support, on people's money. Am I saying that you don't need support to become a professional? You definitely do. But there is no entitlement mentality when it comes to intentionality. There is what we call responsibility mindset when it comes to intentionality. So in the place of intentionality as a player, you are responsible. At the place of intentionality as a player, you are not placing you are not banking your career process, your career growth in the hands of sponsors. So you are taking this when I talk about sponsors, I do not mean people that are supporting you directly. I'm talking about depending on maybe a scouting program before you can be able to travel, or you are depending on somebody must scout you in terms of, okay, you're going for a trial opportunity. If you're not scouted, that means you're no longer going for any major opportunity. So if You do not bring in your money for my career. I should be able to have my own savings to push my career. That is intentionality. That I have taken it upon myself that I want to become a professional in this profession. So I am intentional. I am deliberate about my development. I am intentional and deliberate about investing in that development. So despite the fact that I'm not gaining scholarship to study in the university or in the polytechnic or college of education, I am still going ahead to go. And I know that since I'm not getting since I didn't get that scholarship opportunity, I will be investing my time, I'll be investing my resources into it. So that is what intentionality is all about. A state of intentionality is just a state of responsibility. It's just you coming to that place of personal responsibility for your career. You have to, it all comes from the mind. The very moment you've decided that this is what I want to become, then you must accept responsibility first. That if it's going to happen, I have to make it happen. That is where that state of intentionality comes in. So if it doesn't happen, it's not because of others, it's me. So you are not coming out to play a blame game, or you are not coming out in a state of dependency on others. So in where you become intentional is when you've accepted that responsibility in the process of your becoming a professional in this football industry. So you know that money is involved. You just have to tell yourself the truth. Money is involved, connection is involved, visibility is involved. So you come to that place of clarity, you come to that place of awareness and reality, and you just tell yourself the truth. And you list those things. So how can I go about getting this stuff? Because intentionality is you being intentional about it. You have to be intentional about it. You're not depending on luck. You're not just depending on fate and chances, but you are being deliberate and intentional about it. So you're sitting down as a player, you're asking yourself those hard questions. Okay, what are these modes between this transfer window to the next transfer window? What are the plans? What am I going to do? If I have to go on a developmental program, how much do I need to be able to pay for such program? Okay, how much have I saved? How can I make money to be able to afford this? If I've made 80% of the money, okay, how can I reach out to this person to help me? Now, in the place of reaching out, I'm not solely depending on the person, because the person has the right to say no. So if it doesn't come, okay, how can I still get it done? If it doesn't help me, how can I still get it done? If this opportunity doesn't work out, how can I still utilize other opportunities? So this is how you can be intentional as a player. So you are taking full responsibility about your career. Either you have parents or not, you're taking full responsibility about your career. Either you have uncles and aunties that are ready to support you or not, you're taking full responsibility for your career. Either you have scouting agents that are ready to help you or not, you're taking full responsibility about your career. If I get rejected in this scouting program, what next? So it is not a place where, it is not the time where I'm going to blame people, but instead I'm taking responsibility. What role did I contribute towards this? What role am I to contribute towards this? So that is how you can take responsibility. That is how you can be intentional as a player. Okay, if I'm to answer this question a few years ago, I would easily say, okay, I would choose boots. But you know, after these years of learning, understanding the industry better, being exposed to a level, I would say it's not A or B, it's A and B. You know, books are very, very important. Books are very, very important too, and boots are also important. So as a player, you are not to go just for boots, but I'll ask you to go for book. Why? Why book? Book is knowledge. Book is knowledge. Now, why knowledge? Knowledge is very, very Okay, you have a question on that. Okay, I heard this one. But anyway, let me just dive into that aspect. Since I've already mentioned knowledge. Knowledge is very, very important in your career as a player. The better you know, the better you will act. And listening to this particular thing I'm going to say to you, I learned it from Mr. Ugochukwu, and it's very, very essential and important. It is not the efforts that count, but rather the knowledge driving the efforts that produces the results that you want. So if you want a better result, you need better knowledge. If you want better outcome, you need better input, better information, because it is those information, the knowledge you have, that will direct your decision making, that will direct your actions and how you go about your career. I hope that helps. Next question. GCC, GCC, GCC. Okay, GCC is the Game Changers Conference, and it is a conference that we intend to empower, educate, and impart grassroots players about the industry. They need to know. As funny as it sounds, there are some things that I know now that back then I never knew. As funny as, once again, I will say this, as funny as it sounds, like 5 years ago, I never knew that anything called football CV really existed. I never knew about profiling as a player. I never knew that things called trying to brand yourself as a player actually existed, and it affected how I pursued the career itself. So Game Changers Conference is that conference where players need to learn, where they need to, their mindsets have to be shifted toward the right direction, toward the right track, and toward the right path. It will be an experience that will change their life and their career pursuits. And the aim is that after the conference, there will be visible and notable changes in how they go about it and how they go about their career from henceforth. The good thing about knowledge is that knowledge transforms how you act, knowledge transforms how you do things, knowledge transforms even your decision making. That is the power of knowledge. Knowledge transforms people, knowledge has that power. So Game Changers Conference is that opportunity where we want to help grassroots players. And it has always been my desire and my purpose. I believe that is my purpose in life, to help, no matter how little it is, to play a little role in their success story. I want tomorrow where a player will look back and be like, oh, thank God for Game Changers Conference. Thank God for Game Changers Conference. It was there. I learned this, I learned that. That has, added to my career. So that is Game Changers Conference. And it's going to be a nice one. We're looking forward to it.